Almost everything humanity believed about planets was wrong! For centuries, we imagined distant worlds as places waiting to be explored, oceans beneath alien skies, forests under unfamiliar stars, civilizations hidden in the dark. But then, astronomers found a planet where the rain can slice through metal, a world where daylight never ends, where winds move faster than sound, where the atmosphere itself has become a weapon. And somehow, that is not the terrifying part, because the real horror of this planet is what it reveals about the universe itself. What happened next changed everything. Tonight, we journey to one of the most frightening worlds ever discovered, a planet called HD 189733b. And by the end of this story, Earth may never feel ordinary again. In 2005, astronomers studying a star 64 light-years away noticed something strange. The star dimmed. Only slightly, but repeatedly. Something enormous was passing in front of it. At first, nobody expected anything extraordinary. By then, scientists had already discovered dozens of exoplanets, planets orbiting stars beyond our sun. Most were gas giants, hot, violent, but understandable. HD 189733b seemed like another one of them, until astronomers measured its orbit and realized the planet was impossibly close to its star, closer than Mercury is to the sun. So close that 1 year on this world lasts only 2 Earth days. Imagine that, an entire year passing between Monday morning and Wednesday afternoon. Nobody expected a planet this close to survive. The radiation alone should have destroyed it. But somehow, it remained there, locked in orbit, enduring temperatures hotter than molten lava. And then came the discovery that shocked the scientific world. The planet was blue. Not dusty red, not gray. Blue. Like Earth. For one brief moment, humanity felt hope. Because deep inside us remains an ancient instinct. If something looks like home, maybe it could become home. But the universe had prepared something much darker. At first glance, HD 189733b looked almost peaceful. A deep cobalt blue world floating silently through darkness, like a cosmic ocean planet, like paradise. But the real mystery was this. Why was it blue? Earth is blue because sunlight scatters through our atmosphere and reflects off oceans. But this planet had no oceans, no continents, no life, no water. The blue color came from something horrifying. Scientists discovered that the atmosphere contained microscopic silicate particles, tiny fragments of molten glass. And those particles were being carried through the atmosphere by winds, moving at over 5,000 miles per hour. Glass storms, entire hurricanes made of burning glass, flying sideways, not downward, sideways. Because the winds were so violent, gravity no longer controlled the weather. The atmosphere did. Imagine standing beneath a storm where every raindrop is a razor blade heated to impossible temperatures. Now imagine those blades moving faster than a fighter jet. That is the weather on HD 189733b. And suddenly, the beautiful blue planet became one of the most terrifying places humanity had ever seen. HD 189733b is tidally locked. One side permanently faces its star. The other side never sees daylight, ever. Imagine a sunrise that began billions of years ago and never ended. On the day side, temperatures rise beyond 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt certain metals, hot enough to tear molecules apart. The atmosphere itself becomes unstable. Clouds evaporate, chemistry changes. Everything exists in permanent violence. Meanwhile, the night side remains trapped in endless darkness. Slightly cooler, but still deadly beyond comprehension. And between these two hemispheres, nature attempts to balance the impossible difference in temperature. The result is wind. Not ordinary wind, planet-wide supersonic storms. Jet streams traveling faster than sound itself. Continuous atmospheric violence wrapping around the entire planet forever. No silence, no calm, no peace. Just endless screaming winds crossing alien skies. And the deeper scientists looked, the stranger the planet became.
Then astronomers discovered something even worse. The planet was evaporating. Using the Hubble Space Telescope, scientists observed enormous plumes of hydrogen gas escaping from the atmosphere into space. Radiation from the nearby star was literally stripping the planet apart. Imagine an entire world slowly bleeding into the vacuum. The star's ultraviolet radiation slammed into the atmosphere with such force that particles escaped the planet's gravity completely. For the first time in history, humanity watched a planet die in real time. That matters because planets are not permanent. Earth feels eternal only because human lives are short. But worlds can change. Atmospheres vanish. Magnetic fields collapse. Oceans disappear. Mars may once have had rivers. Venus may once have resembled Earth. Now both are hostile wastelands. The difference between paradise and hell in the cosmos may be terrifyingly small. A slightly different orbit, a different star, a weaker magnetic field, and suddenly a living world becomes unrecognizable. When scientists studied HD 189733b, they were not merely studying an alien planet. They were learning how fragile worlds truly are.
There is a reason discoveries like this affect people emotionally. Because space forces humanity into confrontation with scale. For most of human history, the night sky looked peaceful. Stars seemed calm, beautiful, safe. But telescopes shattered that illusion forever. Now we know stars explode, galaxies collide, black holes consume light itself. And planets exist where physics creates environments beyond human survival. The universe is not designed for us. That realization creates two emotions at the same time: terror and awe. Astronauts often describe something called the overview effect, the psychological transformation that happens when seeing Earth from space. Borders disappear. Conflicts seem meaningless. Humanity suddenly feels small and connected. But there is another side to that realization. A darker side. Because once you understand what exists beyond Earth, our planet begins to feel unbelievably fragile. One atmosphere. One magnetic field. One stable orbit. That is all separating humanity from the fate of worlds like HD 189733b. And suddenly, Earth no longer feels ordinary. It feels miraculous.
If HD 189733b were unique, perhaps it would remain only a cosmic curiosity. But it is not unique. That is the terrifying part. As telescope technology improved, astronomers discovered even more extreme worlds. Planets with oceans of lava. Worlds where iron rains from the sky. Gas giants hotter than some stars. Rogue planets drifting through infinite darkness without suns. Entire worlds stretched apart by gravity itself. Nobody expected reality to become stranger than fiction. Science fiction imagined alien civilizations, but the real universe revealed something even more disturbing. Alien planetary ecosystems operating under physics so extreme that Earth begins to look statistically improbable. And that raises an unsettling question. If the universe creates hostile worlds so easily, why does Earth exist at all? Why this balance? Why breathable air? Why liquid water? Why stable temperatures? Why life?
perhaps worlds like ours are far rarer than humanity once imagined. And maybe consciousness itself is one of the rarest phenomena in the cosmos.
There are more planets in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Trillions, possibly quadrillions. And among those worlds are places humanity cannot emotionally comprehend. Planets orbiting black holes, frozen worlds beneath eternal darkness. Gas giants larger than Jupiter orbiting dead stars. The cosmos is not empty. It is overflowing with unimaginable realities. And yet, amid all that violence, there is Earth. A small, rocky world with forests, oceans, rain, music, memories, love, cities, laughter, and fragile conscious beings asking questions about the stars. That contrast becomes emotionally overwhelming. Because space documentaries are never really about planets. They are about perspective. Every terrifying world we discover makes Earth feel more precious, more temporary, more alive. And perhaps that is why people cannot stop watching the cosmos. Not because space makes humanity feel powerful, but because it makes humanity feel vulnerable. HD 1897-33b may look like science fiction, but its existence contains a warning. The universe does not guarantee stability. Stars evolve, worlds change, civilizations disappear, and nature does not negotiate. For billions of years, Earth has remained balanced inside an incredibly narrow habitable zone, a tiny strip of survivable conditions surrounding a star. Too close, oceans evaporate. Too far, the planet freezes. And yet Earth survived. Not because the universe intended it to, but because of an extraordinary chain of cosmic accidents. That realization changes how scientists view humanity. We are not standing at the center of creation. We are surviving inside a rare moment of cosmic stability. A brief window where consciousness became possible. And windows can close. Late at night, inside observatories, astronomers sit alone watching ancient light arrive from impossible distances. Tiny fragments of photons crossing the universe for decades before touching a telescope on Earth. And hidden inside that light are entire worlds. Storms, atmospheres, planetary deaths, alien skies. The universe whispers its secrets through light. HD 189733b is one of those whispers. A beautiful blue world hiding unimaginable violence. And maybe that is the deeper lesson. The cosmos does not care about appearances. A planet can look peaceful while raining molten glass. A civilization can feel permanent while existing on fragile foundations. And perhaps humanity is not so different. We build illusions of certainty, but space keeps reminding us how delicate existence really is. The real mystery is not why terrifying planets exist. The real mystery is why peaceful planets exist at all. Why, against a backdrop of radiation, black holes, exploding stars, and cosmic violence, there are worlds where oceans remain liquid, where forests